I love how these buildings are all built on hills. And I think it's so fascinating and cool how real estate is built here. That basically it's all built, all these buildings people live in today in Tzfas, in the north in Israel, is built on hills. And there's value in the mountains, there's value in valleys, there's value in everything. And I understand with, LA fires, they valued the valleys, and they also value the deserts. I mean, and the views in Israel is also built on mountains, and they populate it more on mountains and height and width and density and locations of hearts of cities and towns. But I go to different areas, and I think that LA and just the whole Los Angeles and California itself can do a better job at building water well systems. Researching and watching some videos on it, I think they could do a much better job with putting water systems nearby, within the areas that they build. I think that's what they're going to have to do a better job from the governors and the mayors. But I also think, that height and width and density, there is a value in location. There's a value in supply and demand. And everything is based on where it's located. How many people want to buy it, the supply and the demand, and what's area based on, And I think it's so horrible what's happening over there in California, but I think that they can do a better job within their areas to put maybe water things on the ground or stuff. I don't know. They can do things with new technology stuff, and it's very fascinating to watch and learn from, the northern parts of Israel. How do I look into the property here and think outside the box, to any developer or builder. I think in Israel itself, you got to fight with the boards and the auctions, and you have to figure out how can we make a better system within things. It's only 40 or 50% land is built here, so you have to look at the other 50%, bro. You have to understand that looking at, there's so much undeveloped land in Israel, and I think it can be used if people think outside the box and they just look, okay, how can we build more stuff within the properties already developed? Right here in Tzfas, they can build higher and width and density. It's just a thought.